So a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about how the oil industry is really terrible at producing content, and it is. Most of what gets put out there is really self-indulgent, which leaves opportunity for people who are producing interesting, meaningful content just like you. And I would say that it's worth doing it. And to get you going, I've just got a few ideas for you to just help you on your journey. The first place I would start is doing an interview with a subject matter expert, such as yourself. So the two of you just sit down, cup of coffee, something pretty relaxed and informal, and just talk about the subject and make sure you convey some really interesting information. I plan it out beforehand, obviously, but just something nice and relaxed. It works really well. What you would also like, what's also really easy is just to use your smartphone. That's why I'm recording this on right now. I just use my smartphone. I'd also recommend investing in a gimbal, a Zhiyun Smooth or a DJI Osmo. Great, they're about £100, really worth the investment. And also a lapel mic, which I'm wearing right now to make sure you get good audio. The next thing that you need to think about is, I'm sure that you read about your area of expertise. Get the articles that you find really good, really valuable, really interesting, and do a curated research piece. LinkedIn, Facebook, on your blog, on your website, wherever. But it's really valuable. It's really relatively easy to do. You're sifting out a lot of the dross for your customer and providing them with easy access to the information they're looking for. All right. The next thing you might want to think about is doing a how-to guide. So think about how often in a day you Google how to do X, Y, and Z. I bet you do it at least once, if not twice, if not 3 times or more. It's so useful when you find something that really helps you out, to provide you with a step-by-step guide. It is invaluable. So, worth looking at, right? Really help your customers. Create that feeling of reciprocity that I talked about in the previous video. And just get things moving and create that engagement. And you don't just have to do it once. What provides a lot of value is looking at a couple of different ways to do the same task. It shows that you have a breadth of knowledge as well as depth of knowledge. And it shows that you're not just committed to doing the same methodology, that you're open to different methodologies and that you're thinking about different ways to do the task. Go through pros and cons of each different method and talk about why one methodology might be better in specific circumstances. The other thing as well, I know you Google how-to guides, but you probably Google price comparison. When you buy a new phone, or you're looking for a laptop, you probably look at price comparison websites. The fact that Compare the Market and Go Compare exist at all demonstrates this. So do the same thing for your area of the oil industry. Talk about the different methods, different prices, what each does, pros and cons. It'll be invaluable to your customers, absolutely invaluable. And again, demonstrate your breadth and depth of knowledge. The next thing I'd look at is writing a bit of a controversial article and asking for opinion. So look at what options are available on the market, some new emerging technologies, and give your opinion on it. And it's worth making it a little bit extreme, because this will get people riled up a little bit, it'll get some heat up, and then ask for an opinion. Everybody loves giving their opinion. No more so than technical people, especially oilfield engineers. So write a controversial piece and watch the opinions flow in. It'll be great. You're engaging with your customers, you're finding out who else is interested in your field. It's absolutely super. And the last thing I'd consider doing is, if you do presentations, put them on SlideShare, but make sure your branding's all over it, make sure that they know who's put it there, make sure they know how to get in contact with you. It's not worth sharing the information if people can't get a hold of you easily. Now, while I'm talking about presentations, what I would also say is it's very easy to do a presentation on your laptop and record it and just do a voiceover so that people can see your presentation and they can see you doing it, or they can hear you doing it and sort of start to engage with you. But don't just do death by PowerPoint, bullet point, 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 massive block of text. It's horrible. Nobody likes that. Use graphics, use interesting pictures, really engage with people and make sure that you're doing something that people really want to watch and engage with. Now, the Windows 10 actually comes with screen recording software that's designed to record gamers so that they can share their games to YouTube. You can piggyback this to record your PowerPoint presentation. It's really easy. Recommend checking it out. Now, just to sort of sum up, I'm a coring engineer, and when I first went out as a consultant, I produced a load of how-to videos on the different coring tools that are out there, the pros and cons, what you need for different formations, the specs, how they're made up. And I found that I created a lot of engagement, and that actually I won significant business this way. Thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of contracts came my way because I spent hours producing videos that people engaged with. Now, it is worth doing, and hopefully I've given you some ideas on what to do, and I'd like to see you going out there and do it. That's the way it is. Speak to you later.